I'm displaying right now is actually the vampire book. So that's what people are actually going to see when I do the stream.
Okay.
That's fine.
Because I don't have anything else to display, really. I don't need to display anything. Anyway.
I have the Bloodlines book on the Satella, and I have the Requiem open up to table of contents. Let me pull up.
Or I could just theoretically turn the display off. But I don't know what that'll do to the video stream. So I won't mess with it.
Has Lico used Discord before?
No!
I do not know.
He has no
Okay.
idea what he's doing.
I will tell him to go to the voice chat.
But if he does that, we'll hear him.
Oh, you want to
What's
hear
wrong
him?
with that?
Well, I've never heard his voice. I'll freak out.
Oh my goodness.
Stranger danger.
Well, I have an issue with that. I don't know if you realize.
Look, I was the one with a dream where people were randomly groping me, so you have no reason to talk.
You know what? Okay, I can't argue with that. Okay, I get it. You're right. I can't disagree.
There we go.
Meanwhile, I'm looking for a specific page, but while I'm doing that,
There we go. Close this window. Tori should be coming back online.
we could just use the dice, not dice.
We can, yeah. If it's not gonna work.
I have dice, so I don't know.
I mean, I have dice too.
I don't need.
I don't have enough dice for freaking.
No, you
World of
don't.
Darkness game. I have one set of D10s. So.
You can't do it.
I
Although
have, a dice
you have enough to play
dice.
Call of Cthulhu, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Lico.
Look at
His
what.
mic is off. Yeah, he's muted right now.
Well, that's fine. I'm just saying that I don't even know if he can hear us.
Oh,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, see?
It works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now where is the thing I'm looking for? Maybe if I told you what I'm looking for, it would help. But I'm looking for feeding rules, and I do not remember where they are.
Oh yeah, so we have another feeding, don't we?
Yeah, cause John wants to feed again.
I have to feed.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're a vampire. That's what you do. I'm just making the joke
It's
because
kind of a thing.
that's what we did last. Like that's what we left off on last time, and now we do the reboot. You're doing it again. It's like we went nowhere.
Oh, you didn't give me blood from my last blood.
I didn't. You know what? I didn't because you would have used blood within. You would have at least a minimum lost one because it's been like at least a night, but it could have been several nights. I have no idea. Who knows?
I mean, if you want it to be, it can be a long time. It doesn't matter to me. It's up to you.
I mean, I'm not sure I want it to be a long time. I kind of wanted to just kind of keep continuity, and the only thing we really would have missed was like one day. And so, here it is. I found it.
Yay.
I had to search for it, though.
Make sure I know how this works. Okay, yes. Well, damn, I got 2 10s on that roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you even doing?
I was looking at rolls, making sure I remembered how to use it.
Oh, okay. Did I need to teach you the dice code again, or are you good?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I figured it out.
Okay. So, can we actually start?
I mean, I'm good to start whenever you guys are.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good, okay. So, how do I want to start this? How about you guys introduce yourselves and your characters? Because I'm God, so I don't need to introduce myself.
I feel like God needs some explanation, but okay.
Yeah, I could explain everything after because I already have a whole, recap I have to do.
How you have a whole spiel planned?
Explain
No,
himself.
no, I don't have anything planned. I'm kind of just running this like I literally don't have anything planned.
Okay. That sounds like an awesome plan to follow.
Yeah.
I support this.
I have like
All right.
one thing. That was only. Well, the one thing I had planned was for Jake, and Jake had to skip this week, so.
Well, to be fair, he has very good reason.
Right, no, I'm not saying he doesn't have a good reason. I was just saying I planned everything around him, and then.
Got to plan it around all of us.
I did, but I didn't need to plan for you guys because I already knew what John was gonna do.
Oh, what's John gonna do? Enlighten me.
What do you think?
You're the one that's gonna. Anyway,
get blood, get bitches, get blood. That's all. I mean.
That's not at all John's plan.
In that order, right?
No, not at all.
Oh.
Anyway, hi Liko. I'm Ryan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I play John Hawkwood. He is I guess since since I'm doing a Japanese clan, I might as well just do. He's a Ronin basically at this point. His previous master has been staked, and as far as John knows, is dead. And yeah, that's John in a nutshell. He's honorable, follows a pretty strict code of ethics.
I thought you were going to medieval knights, not.
He's kind of influenced by both the Bushido code and the code of chivalry.
Because peanut butter chocolate kind of thing. Like, why not, right?
Yeah, it's they're both they're kind of the same. They're just if you look at them both, they're similar, very similar because they're
swords and honor.
Basically, swords and honor, and that's what he's all about. He's got a sword and he's honorable.
Mm-hmm.
I've added more Japanese elements to him because of the Satoa bloodline. But he's still primarily European focused.
Ooh, I'm unfamiliar with that bloodline.
You said you're unfamiliar?
I didn't know about it either until I. Hell,
it's
I don't know anything on any
in the
bloodlines.
book.
So there you go.
The Satoas are basically like a super honorable bloodline that's kind of like all about following the hierarchy and rules. You always follow your direct superior's orders, no matter what they are, with the exception of 2 ways to disobey, one of which is committing seppuku and going into torpor as, like, saying, I am releasing myself from you because you are dishonorable, bleh. Or sacrificing yourself by burning yourself to the morning sun, and that frees all of the servants of the Lord you're serving under. If you're following Satoic tradition. It's called some other complicated word. So basically John comes from kind of the Godwin family of that bloodline, which is completely fictional. It's not part of the canon. And it's just his sire went to Japan in the 19th century, I think is when London started sending trade ships to Japan. And basically got embraced there and yada yada yada, eventually came to America, embraced John, now we're here. And yeah, that's kind of John in a very difficulty explained way. Yeah,
interesting. I didn't know you were now making it so that he was partly Japanese.
He's not ethnically Japanese, he's culturally more Japanese than he was before.
Right, okay.
Yeah, he's
I see.
He definitely has. I added some more Japanese influences.
I find that interesting
because of the bloodline.
Yeah, you kind of morphed.
Well, the character needed to evolve.
Hey, I mean, at least you don't have a katana now. That's the one thing.
No. He uses a European. He uses a German Kriegsmesser. So yeah, no, he's European in his combat style.
That's good. I was gonna say if
Mostly because it's much easier to get a really good European longsword than it is to get a really good katana.
True.
It's
yeah,
much
man, I have
easier.
a sword myself.
I have a cheap old mole katana that my friend bought for me as a joke, and I used to have a bow, but I no longer have that bow. The bow's in my mom's shed, I think.
Ah,
I live in
I like
Canada.
archery.
Don't have weapons.
I actually have
I use my
I actually
killer
have
charm.
a katana also, but I had a wooden one also. So
We're a bunch of dorks.
yeah.
I know this is being recorded, and I'm going to include this. We're a bunch of fucking dorks.
No, wait, that's I think that's an yeah. Oh, here we go. I found what I was looking for. Sorry, now I found it.
Okay, Dustin, why don't you introduce yourself?
Alright, I am Dustin. I am playing Leon de Rouge, a French student, and who's basically the new vampire. He was like turned, kidnapped, and his sire's now dead because of things that happened in the group before.
I was not there for that.
See, I think one of the funniest things to me is that like one of the jokes that I came up with was that immediately if they found out about the murder, which I don't think they know directly that she was murdered, just that she went missing, that if they suspected you, they would like immediately suspect either you or or your sire, but they wouldn't have thought that Frigg was the one who did anything, even though
Frigg was useless.
Frigg was the one who tore her apart.
I know. Frigg just has this sense of uselessness
Yeah,
about her.
I mean that's why it was funny to me, because I imagine like when she goes missing, they like say, you must have done something. They point to the giant guy with the sword, or freaking
He's not a giant. He's 6'2".
Okay,
That's not.
okay.
He's a
in like
bigger boy.
Norway, that's not a giant.
In Norway,
Yeah.
that's no.
I mean, compared to me in real life, yes, but I'm 5'8". I'm tiny in real life.
Well, he's
But,
he's like a foot taller than me, so there you go. I'm like 5'3".
All right, we gotta stop. We gotta stop interrupting the
Sorry, Dustin.
connections.
It's your go.
Well, I mean, there's not much else to say. Like, I'm very new at the game.
Yeah, you're
and
very new.
The new vampire, so I know nothing. Jon Snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just gonna go there. You beat me.
I didn't know we had another John in the party. Okay. All right, Liko.
Unfortunately, my character is not completely finished for this, and I don't want to just throw in a half-baked character.
No, that's a good idea. I wouldn't want you to. I'm just making
True.
it. I'm just
Damn, my plans
imagining.
are ruined.
I'm sorry. I'm just totally imagining like this thing where your character is like everyone else has a picture of their character, and then yours is like this protoplasm that's like yet to be coalesced into a full being. It's like this.
It's a
No,
fetus.
man.
Everyone have two pictures of their characters now.
Yeah, we upgraded. So first session, you guys only had one picture. Now we rebooted it to Requiem from Masquerade. You have two pictures now. Liko needs to catch up. He's gonna need to. And then I think Jake just ended up starting with two pictures. So like he's ahead.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have some homework to do.
Yeah.
But
So much pressure.
the very loose idea of my character is a young vampire that was, not kidnapped, but tricked into becoming kindred, and just kind of left in a shack with just the bare bones to survive without even knowing what he was. And he learned for a few months what he was, and he kind of doesn't like vampires at this point. He doesn't trust them, and his main motivation is understanding the kind of powers he has now and finding the bastard that just left him in a goddamn shack.
Okay, I could work with that. That actually seems kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yay, fellow new vampire. Trying to figure out their
Okay.
powers.
Although I feel like you're the new vampire who's like chill. This guy seems like he's the new vampire who's like angry, which I like.
Yeah.
I think you guys
I
are
wanna
really
go
good. I really like it because you guys are like parallels then, cause it's like, and I like doing that where it's like, hey, look, This is a new vampire who's like totally chill with being a vampire. You're the exact opposite. You're just like,
I wouldn't say totally chill. Like, there's still like the, oh god, I just killed someone and have to drink their blood.
nah, you got
Well,
over that pretty quick.
You didn't have to do it.
I have to admit, you got over
Well, I
that
was
pretty quick.
frenzian and you, like, gave me someone to...
Eat, yeah.
I killed them though.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have to admit that John has basically been working with you. You've never actually had to feed on someone like on your own. So that's a good point. I mean, anyway, we'll start going through everything.
So now that I changed, like, I have a more peaceful way of, like, drinking blood out of people.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll see.
Makes them addicted to me.
Yeah, you're Deva. You do weird sex stuff, and that's how you get. I'm sorry, we can't all be charming like you. I either have to scare the blood out of my target or kill them. I have two options.
Okay. Just give me a sec. I'm reading this.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have? I'm sorry, I didn't catch if you had a name yet, or is that still up in the air?
Oh, me?
Oh,
No, not you, Brandon.
Thank you. I'll just...
Yes, GM, do you have a name yet for your character?
Yeah. Do you have a G?
Yeah, I have a bunch of
character,
names.
GM?
You want to hear them all? Like I have.
No, shut up. Lika's gonna tell me. I need his character name.
it's gonna sound dumb, but I always name my characters for any game the same thing. My middle name, Bonifacio.
Alright, you're
That
gonna
is
have
a
to
badass
spell that out for me.
name.
Bonifacio.
Bonifacio.
Alright.
I should name a
Alright,
character my
Bonifacio.
middle name. That'd be nice.
My middle name's Lee, so...
Yeah,
My
that's a
middle
good.
name is James, so.
It's a good. You see, these are we all have like three. Well, wow. So we all have middle names that are first names.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I have several characters that are named after my middle name, but my roommate and one of my best friends is also named James. So it's awkward when I'm in a game with him and I have a character named James.
Right.
The GM will be like, James, and we'll both be like, what?
Okay, so if we all die, we just name our new characters after our middle names, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good.
So, what I want you to do basically is I'm just going to start off, describing the basic situation that you were in, starting from the last, basically the last chapter, I would call it. Because we did do 3 sessions, and that's we did kind of have an arc, although it didn't really finish, and we didn't really get anywhere with it. But we did get to introduce at least you guys, which was good. I
think I technically did 2.5 because I was unconscious for
Yeah, that's
I
true.
was
You
in
weren't
torpor for a
conscious.
session, so.
You weren't conscious for the first half of the first session because
Dragged through the arc by his neck.
you were you were dragged into a car, and Anyway, I'll get to that. So essentially, the campaign is taking place it was modern day Miami. I picked Miami because it's the closest major city to where I live. So I decided, hey, why not, right? Because that way, if I needed to, I could inspire myself just by driving over there and looking at things.
Plus Vampire Vice.
Well,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, not because of Miami Vice.
That too. And then later, I already kind of knew this, but then I also found out there are a bunch of changelings in Miami. It's probably one of the most changeling-infested places in the entire United States, at least. So I was like, hey, this will be great to play around with.
That seems odd to me.
If I feel like... Well, I mean, the way they explain it is, Disney World, and, the whole, the collective imagination of... Yeah, things like that. You have a lot of whimsical things, and
And plus zombies.
Oh, right. I need to explain the zombies.
Plus literal or drug-induced zombies.
So I came up with this plot based on because the whole campaign was based on drugs, and so I came up with a plot based on the bath salt zombies, that were in Miami, or the bath salt zombie that was in Miami, that now the Sabbat are manufacturing these drugs that turn, people and kindred into bath salt zombie monsters that are attacking people. Although you guys pretty much forgot about that and let it happen in the background while all this other political shit was going on, because
To be fair, I didn't have a consciousness at that point.
right,
John follows orders.
you didn't know. I don't think you even know. Well, you were informed of it, but I don't think you did. Anyway.
Yeah, and Leon was kind of not a vampire then, and so
Anyway.
None of us can be blamed.
Anyway, so after the whole zombie bath salt thing, there were a lot of incidents where the sire of Leon, who was killed, their family, the Rosenthal family, decided to take a claim on him and say, well, he belongs to our family because he was turned by one of ours, and therefore we own him. But the person who ended up taking Leon decided that it was better that he did not go with them and stayed with her group, including John and Frigg and all of them. So eventually, what ended up happening was they basically told the Camarilla what was happening, and instead of having a meeting, fair and square like they had agreed, essentially they raided the place, staked, John's sire, or rather your partner at that point. Your sire is already gone, so no, your master at that point. And then I'm not sure what would have happened. I think we said that Frigg basically just left to go back to her gang.
Yeah, she got too complicated.
And then also you fled with Leon, but the family still wants Leon. And also, there was another point in the campaign, like before we started, the reason why you were a torpor at the start was because you were attacked or you were fighting werelions. So
okay,
what?
so hold on a minute. We just weren't like going out and like, all right, hey, where am I? Go fuck yourself, die. It was Serena's fault.
Right.
It was drug deals, I think, that Serena was making with the werelions, and then things turned south, and I had to fight a werelion.
I see.
Which was tough. Which, honestly, I think in Requiem I have a better chance of standing up against a werelion than I did before.
Well, that's good, because
that's fucking heroic.
You're pretty sure that they might still be after you after what happened, but you haven't seen anyone since, so you can't confirm or deny that. But you've always had a hunch, so you've been watching your back. But for now, you're on the run from the law. I mean, you always were, because as far as I remember, you were an anarch before this point, and now you're just more of an anarch because you're literally running away from the.
No, John has always been part of the Camarilla government system.
Ah, all right.
He when he ran from Atlanta, it was because Atlanta was burning because of the Sabbat.
True.
And he came down looking for help, and no one would help him, so he joined Serena. But he's always been a part of the Camarilla.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's not lip service loyal to the Camarilla. He is decidedly loyal to the Camarilla.
So then,
it's just due to convenience of hierarchy, he had to listen to Serena instead of.
And then that's why you ran. It wasn't because you wanted to. It's because you had to.
Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot.
John wants none of this.
Yeah, I can understand that now. Okay, thanks for the context. So essentially,
no problem, man.
You, this would be the night. So the night following. So the last night that we actually covered was the night when Leon read your journal. We don't need to go into detail about that, but that was the last thing that we covered. This would be the night after that, and by this point is basically when when you would have been leaving with Leon after this whole thing went down. So that's kind of where we're gonna pick up, and from that point you can do whatever you want, basically. The both of you.
Alright, sounds good.
Gotta practice my French accent again. It's been a while.
All right.
I get to just be normal.
And we'll introduce the other characters as they come up, but for right now, it's just the two of you, sort of in the streets. Sort of, both of you are now alone, without anyone to keep you company besides yourselves.
Oh yeah.
It's good. The interesting thing that I wanted to point out about this, when I'm kind of setting up the themes for this campaign, I was looking at the themes for the original ideas that I had. And the original campaign, I actually wanted to be sort of like really bright and showy and like very, in your face kind of stuff. Whereas the way I'm looking at this campaign, it's more the opposite. So it's going to get a lot more dark and gritty and, not as, bright city life kind of thing. This is more like, okay, you guys are on the streets and you're fending for yourselves. So
That makes sense.
good luck with that, because this isn't going to be, as hopeful or, flashy as the original campaign that I was planning. This is more like okay, you guys have to struggle to survive now, and basically there's tons of things that want you dead. I also forgot to mention, I think, because you brought up the Sabbat, but it's something I have to bring up because the Sabbat are also in active, war with the Camarilla in this area. Well, not exactly in this area, but for the, state of Florida in general, across the state. So it's sort of a turbulent place.
Yeah.
And you never really know when the wars are going to spill over into the, into your territory. And they could at any time. So that's just something to also keep in mind.
I'm okay to fight some Sabbat.
I'm okay to run from some bot.
Great. So, like I said, you guys are free to do whatever you'd like. I'll, adjudicate as you go. So.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
How are we gonna start this?
With awkward silence, I guess, because a lot of shit went down.
Yes.
With awkward silence, and now we have to think about what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So we're running from the law, from Camarilla Social Services.
Where would I think here's a good question. Where would you try to go first? Because that's a good question. I mean, I don't know if you had a backup plan in case the manor didn't work out, or anywhere you were before this happened.
Well, John does have an apartment.
Right. So would you take Leon there? Or would you...
Yeah, right now. It's not a safe place. It's not really. It's in a shitty neighborhood, and its door doesn't really work.
So you would take him. You would take him to the shitty apartment in the middle of a shitty neighborhood. But it's better than waiting on the street.
Sitting out in the rain.
Okay. Is it raining? Let me see.
I don't. It's Florida. I assume.
Let me see if it's raining. I'll say like.
Open the window.
I'll say like 80% chance. Well, I mean,
I'm worried. I'm gonna get a cold.
It was thundering. It was thundering before, but I think you know what? I'll just say yes. Yeah, if you want me to just open up my window, it's like light showering right now. So let's go with that.
Yeah, it's Florida. I assume it's raining there all the time.
I almost imagine.
I was gonna say roll dice, and it turns out to be snowing.
Oh my god! Even on a 1, that wouldn't happen, man. I tell you what. If it starts snowing, the Fae have fucked some shit up. I'll say that right now.
Court of Winter went too far.
Way too far. I swear. I mean, if that even happened, I'm pretty sure everyone in the state would believe they're unless they were from the north. But if it's South Florida, everyone would be pretty sure there's some kind of mass delusion going on.
That'd be a whole campaign in and of itself.
Why did it snow?
Why is it snowing in Florida? That's not supposed to happen. No,
our alligators are dying.
Anyway, so you're taking him to your apartment. So could you describe to me what the apartment is kind of like? I mean, do you have any idea? Or I mean, if it's just a basic place, then you don't really need to give me any details.
It's kind of a nondescript building. It's in kind of the worst part of town. Like it's not.
You know,
it's
you're
not
already in downtown Miami.
You
know, it's pretty hard to get worse.
It's worse. It's not a good place. Serena did not buy him a good apartment.
Okay.
So it's a kind of a bland building with like the bars on the window, that kind of deal. It's not a very tall building. It's maybe 5 floors of apartments. Actually, no. Let's make it 3 floors. That's a little bit easier.
Yeah. Okay.
So he lives on the first floor because that's the shit floor, and he lives in room 102, and the door has been broken off many times and then self-repaired also many times. It's got a hole that was punched in it, not by John, that has duct tape over it, and it's very Spartan with its furniture. There's very little furniture. He has a chair, a singular chair, and
so is there anywhere for Leon to even sit?
He sits in the chair. John's not going to sit in the chair.
Okay, so you put Leon down in this one what color? Like, what does the chair look like? I kind of want to.
You ever see a lazy boy off the side of the street that you're pretty sure has bed bugs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's the kind of furniture it is. It's flea bitten, kind of shitty, but he kind of was able to get it cleaned. Just so it doesn't itch. He got really bothered by it because bugs don't like vampires. But, you know, he did it for comfort, which is the only bit of comfort in this room.
So
Leon's probably going to be sitting just on the edge, just so, like, it's kind of like, I really don't want to sit in this, but okay.
Yeah, it's even worse than his room. It's much worse than his room in the mansion. The mansion, he at least had, he didn't have any furniture in the mansion, but at least the room was really clean. This room looks like it's kind of mostly abandoned. You're pretty sure a bum has squatted here a couple times. So yeah, John's gonna take his duffel bag full of stuff, mostly his journals at this point, and he's gonna just start, stacking them up against the wall, and kind of not talking at all. Like he's very quiet. More so than normal John quiet.
I'd also imagine Leon, like, during the trip would, like, just be, like, really close to John just because, like, he'd be an open target in this area because, like...
Are there, like, windows? I think that's the first thing I'm kind of trying
to... There's a window, but it has cardboard over it. You're pretty sure this apartment's been broken into. It's on the first floor of a bad neighborhood.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, they would probably be broken. I'm just kind of asking.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Are there any, like, what are the utilities like? I mean, because you'd have basic, like, but I'm wondering, like, do you have a TV or do you have a computer?
Well, John can see very well in darkness, so he kind of has.
So you don't even bother fixing the. Yeah, okay. The lights are probably broken. You don't even bother fixing them.
Yeah, he just has a lamp, and it's a very bad lamp. To provide just enough light so his very sensitive eyes can pick up.
Yeah, because you have acute senses. You're very good.
Yeah. I'm very good with my senses, and he has no running water, because why would he?
No,
and
of course.
He doesn't have heat or AC, so it's
you
probably really muggy.
You save a lot of money on the. Yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much. Well, to be fair, he never even paid rent. Serena.
I almost imagine it's almost like. So here's the question then: if she's like, if she's indisposed, who's going to pay the rent then?
No one.
Like
that's the thing.
I'm kind of wondering, like, do you start thinking about that, like, as you're writing in the journal? You're like, okay, so my rent is provided. Wait, hold on a second. No, wait. If she's
John can live on the streets. It's mostly Leon he's concerned for.
I mean, you're not like, it's only been like 3 days, so you're nowhere near the end of the month. I'm just kind of pointing that out, like, that you probably.
Yeah,
Want to find
He's
some.
probably gonna end up dodging rent for about 3 months, and then because it just looks bad on Serena's credit, not on John's.
Oh, all right.
Because John.
I mean, maybe
doesn't really have
maybe
credit.
they'll take her out of torpor so that she can pay her bills. But
Well,
I
John
don't know.
officially died in like the late '80s, so
Right.
he
I
doesn't
mean-
have like a social security or anything.
I mean, because
John's-
as far
John's
as
like
you know,
40.
she's dead. But like in reality, they might like unthaw her so that she can do other things, or they